It's been a while you heard my voice, so today I'm adding a voiceover. I noticed there is more engagement. You guys seem to like my voice when I add my voice to my videos. Yeah, so I'm going to be sharing a lot of tips in this video. By the way, I feel like I'm flaunting so many unrelated to cake things in this video. If you notice any unusual things, please drop them in comment section. What's one thing you like about this video? So I'll be sharing a lot of tips as I go on with this voiceover. During my early days in Canada, I was working somewhere and also trying to build my own business. So I was on Google Business. My business was on Google Business. And if you're on Google Business, you know that people can call you that they want the cake in the next 1 hour or they want the cake tomorrow, next tomorrow. It's always short notice kind of cake that you'll get from Google Business. And I needed it because I was trying to get myself into the market. So I'll take those orders, and this hack really helped me. I bake my cakes in 6 inches and 7 inches only. I make them in 3 flavors: vanilla, red velvet, and chocolate. So I have a lot of cake in the freezer in those 2 sizes and in those 3 flavors. When a customer calls, I'm able to accommodate it. I just use their budget now determines how tall their cake is going to be. So if their budget is really small, they may get 6 inches, just 2 layers. Then I was still doing 2 layers. I no longer do 2 layers, by the way. So doing those cakes down and having my buttercream just helped me make a cake ready. This is how long it takes to do my final coating, by the way, like 3 minutes for a 7 inches 3 layers cake that I'm working on. This is a real-time video. I didn't fast forward anything. So I'm able to make their cake ready in a short time. They're usually simple design cake, nothing serious. And when I started to gain my ground and I started getting my own cake orders, I still keep this hack. If you notice on Cake Station, most of my cakes are 6 and 7 inches. I factor all the orders I have for that week, and I make some extra in those 2 sizes to like leave allowance for people that will call and say, oh, I want a cake tomorrow. I always have cake. I always have buttercream. So each layer of cake is about 2 inches tall, and for instance, this 7 inches cake will come to like 7 inches tall because there are buttercream in between the layers. If your budget is high, you can get 7 inches 5 layers, which is about 10 inches tall. So their budget now determines how tall their cake is going to be, but I am the one who determines the width of the cake 90% of the time. I also determine most of the design of the cake, so that really helps me. I'm not on an oven at every call starting to bake for just one person. I bake in batch. I make buttercream in batch. As I begin to settle more in, I feel like I can now take more personalization. You want special flavors, coconut, cookies and cream. Yes, I do them. You want fondant cake, you want unusual sizes, unusual shapes. We can do them, but you have to order a lot earlier so that we still don't end up being stressed. So the idea is you're combining this hack in a way that works for your convenience right now, so that you're not working yourself out or stressing yourself out.